Hello guys, welcome to another FU Money live stream Saturday. It's Saturday, so usually we have the live stream on Saturdays. You guys know it already. Last week we didn't have it because it was the Bitcoin conference, so I was live streaming on Friday, restreaming the stream, and on Saturday I couldn't make it because I had so many meetings at lunchtime and just after lunch, so I was not able to restream the Bitcoin conference 2021 from the start. So I decided to take the Saturday off and have a good rest because it has been a lot of crazy weeks lately. So we are back for the live stream today, and I hope you guys are joining. Let me check what's happening here. Yeah, people are joining, but very slowly. So we are going to give them a few minutes just to have a few more people watching the stream. But today I would like to do something a bit different. I'm not going to follow any scripts or anything like before, just going directly to price to time model and doing the analysis. I would like people to interact more today, so it's going to be something like a AMA session. AMA means ask me anything. So I will only talk a bit about what's been happening with Bitcoin. Probably we will discuss a bit about El Salvador. And I hope that you guys just ask me anything you want, except the color of my underwear, of course. But let's have a different session today, just not to be always the same, and just pure and hard analysis, and that's it. So I would like you guys to ask me questions, and let's try to keep this like a dialogue here. So what you guys think? Do you want to do something like that, or do you want me to go directly to analysis and not follow this idea I had today? Hey Magis, welcome. I haven't seen you in a while already. I haven't seen you in a while. Not already, sorry. I don't even know how many seconds we have of delay, but I guess, yeah, Umberto agrees. Bichimoku. By the way, guys, Bichimoku is now moderator in the channel, YouTube channel, and also on Telegram. And I hope to have a few more moderators in the future. It's not easy for me to keep track of all the people that usually come to the stream, so I'm trying to get better at that, but we will do it really soon. I will keep track of the regulars and OGs, and probably those people will be promoted to moderators in the YouTube channel and the Telegram group, and that will help me also to keep up with everything what's happening. So let's see how that goes. So let me just go to screen share because I don't like to have my face so big on the screen. And so I'm just trying to look at the chat and everything, I guess. I guess everyone agrees, so I'm just giving a few more minutes to see if anyone else wants to join. Please, guys, gently touch, in the meantime, gently touch the like button and subscribe to the channel. Of course, if you are new, if it's the first time you are here on the stream, I guess you will get to know everyone and see how this goes. Usually, I start by doing some analysis on the price to time model and then the MRI and in the end the pro indicators framework, and then usually you have like a Q&A session where people ask me some stuff, and usually I never do any analysis on shitcoins, but during the live stream if someone asks me to check some shitcoin, probably if I'm in the good mood I will do it. Although you guys know already that I don't like shitcoins very much, so I'm kind of a Bitcoin standard bearer, or a Bitcoin maximalist, and I'm training to become a toxic maximalist, as people define some other people during the Bitcoin conf in Miami. So let's see if we have people wanting to analyze shitcoins today. I hope not, but let's see. So guys, let me see. Okay, so we have already a few questions. Let me try to see if I missed any. And okay, so I guess the first question comes from Crypto Dealer, and the question is, what's your opinion about Bitcoin adoption in El Salvador? So I guess the question is, what's my opinion on the legal tender law that was passed to make Bitcoin legal tender in El Salvador? So I have a strong positive opinion about that. I believe that this is a very important and historical milestone for Bitcoin, that a country decides to use Bitcoin as legal tender. As you guys know, when a currency is used as legal tender in a country, everyone is obliged to accept that currency for goods and services, and also, for example, for debt repayments. So, for example, let's suppose you have a debt with your bank and you have a mortgage, for example. So the banks in El Salvador are now, they have to accept Bitcoin as payment. So, for example, you can use Bitcoin to pay the rest of your mortgage, or you can go somewhere and buy or go out for dinner, and the restaurant will have to accept Bitcoin, of course. Some people are saying that this is not very good because it's like forcing people to accept Bitcoin, and Bitcoin should be considered one of the bearers of freedom and you know, that old idea of the libertarians. But although I'm also a bit of a libertarian and I agree to that, I don't see this as forcing anyone to accept Bitcoin, because as soon as you have you know, like a service like BitPay or something like that, you can accept Bitcoin, but immediately on the fly, they will transfer to your account dollars or whatever other currency that you choose. So no one is forced to keep the Bitcoin that they have to accept. So I don't see this as a forcing people to accept Bitcoin anywhere or to use Bitcoin anywhere. I see this as a move to have an alternative to the dollar, which is very, very important, because you know, people on different poorer countries, I don't like the term third world countries, so not as rich as first world countries, and I see people not being able to leave that status and evolve, or the countries have a better economy. So in my opinion, this will allow everyone in El Salvador, and probably in more countries now, because the first one is the hardest, and then after that more will come. And I see that as a very important move to help those countries to leave that cage where they are in, because the first world countries always want to maintain those countries there and do not allow them to evolve in their economy, to be able to become better and for people to become richer. But I'm not talking about everyone becoming a millionaire. I'm talking about they having better conditions of life, better income, and better possibilities to be banked, because in El Salvador, for example, 70% of the people are not banked. It's a cash only economy. And from now on, I guess this will open the doors to more possibilities, and it's better to have another option on the side and not just use the dollar. I don't know if you guys know this, but in El Salvador, they don't have their own currency. So El Salvador uses the dollar as the main currency, and it was, until last week, this was the only currency that was allowed in El Salvador. So they don't even have their own currency, so the government cannot, you know, implement any financial policies or anything like that. So overall, I think this is a great move for El Salvador. I think this will be very good for the people that live there, and this will be also very good for the external investment that will come to that country now, because many companies are already saying, many Bitcoin companies or crypto companies, as you like to call it, are already announcing that they will come to El Salvador and start to have their businesses there or headquarters there. And El Salvador will also help all those companies to install, to come to the country and start their businesses there. So I guess this will be a boost for the economy. This will be very good for the people, having the option to use a different currency that is not inflationary. So this is a currency that will be deflationary always. And that's the only one, by the way. I see some crazy people saying that Ethereum is going to become deflationary because of the fees and the burnouts of the fees and all that crazy stuff with Ethereum 2.0. And that's a fucking lie. Because when you don't have max supply of the currency, this will always be inflationary. Even if you burn all the fees and all the newly created coins and all that, it will reduce the inflation of the coin, but it will still be inflationary. So the only currency right now that is not inflationary, it's actually deflationary, is Bitcoin. And I guess this will be very good for the people in El Salvador and the future countries that will come also. So that's my opinion. I think it's very good. And by the way, on my personal level, I'm already researching about El Salvador. I plan to go there. I plan to see with my own eyes what's happening in El Salvador. If not this year, probably the beginning of next year, I will be there. I want to check the Bitcoin Beach project. I want to see what Jack Mallers was doing there. And I will for sure try to understand if it's possible to start a company there. So I'm already thinking about it. I'm researching. I'm reading a lot about El Salvador. And this is just one of the things they achieved, that many people just put El Salvador on the map, and they now know where this country is and researching about that country. Actually, if you go to Google, and this is very funny, let me just open my browser here. I hope I don't have my portfolio open. No, this is Twitter. So let me open Google here, Google Trends. Here it is. And if you guys see, I saw this is for Netherlands. No, I went worldwide, and I want just past 90 days, for example, and look at that. Look how the searches about El Salvador started to grow as soon as the conference in Miami announced that they will have Bitcoin as legal tender. So I guess a lot more people in the world are now trying to research about El Salvador. Maybe 50% of the world did not even know where this country is, but now I'm sure that they will be very known by everyone, because in the media everyone is talking about El Salvador, and I think this is great. I think it was a great move, very, very courageous by the president to propose this in the parliament. And of course, he has the majority of the parliament, so it was very easy to approve this law. And the law, by the way, it's not yet enforcing anything. So they introduced a 90 days period for the acceptance of Bitcoin to become active. So people will have this 3 months period where they can prepare and they can start, registering with services like BitPay or something like that, just to exchange a Bitcoin for US dollar if they don't want to keep the Bitcoin. Of course, I believe many people will want to keep the Bitcoin there because they know that it's a deflationary currency. So in any case, it will always grow in value, and it will become a very good thing for commerce and services and all that. So I was going to Google Trends and seeing that everyone is now researching about El Salvador, and it's very funny that the entire world, in average, the entire world is already searching a lot in Google about El Salvador, and that's funny. So let's leave that there, and let's put Twitter on the screen again. So I hope that my opinion was what you guys expected, and please don't stop asking questions, because so that we don't have to stop here. So let's see, need to go down 20 to 28K to go up and restart the bull market. So people are already talking about technical analysis. Umberto is asking if Cardano is a good investment to hold. So you guys know already that my opinion is the only thing you should hold is Bitcoin. You guys know that as a maximalist, I don't believe in shitcoins. I don't believe that they should even exist, because for every Bitcoin that is out there, this is just delaying the revolution. This is just delaying all the things we need Bitcoin to achieve. So I would say that shitcoins probably could be very useful to speculate on the market, but I would not use those shitcoins to hold. I would prefer to hold my net value in Bitcoin and not in shitcoins. In fact, I have still a few shitcoins that I bought when I was stupid in 2017, and I didn't know a lot about the market yet. But I'm just waiting for the right time to arbitrage them to get more Bitcoin. So I always keep my net value in Bitcoin and not in shitcoin. So I'm just waiting for the right moment and the right technical analysis to tell me when this is the best time to arbitrage into Bitcoin. I did already when Ethereum went to 0.081. So I did a little arbitrage there already, and I have less Ethereum than I had 2 months ago, or before that rise to 0.08. So when it went to that level on the chart, of course, I moved a bit of my Ethereum to Bitcoin just to increase the value. And now Ethereum is again going down. So I'm waiting for the next move of Ethereum, if it goes there, which I plan to do again arbitrage between Ethereum and Bitcoin when it gets to 0.1. That would be very good, because it will give me a very nice price reward ratio for the Ethereum I have to get more Bitcoin. So to sum it up, Umberto, I believe that my answer to you is that I would not hold shitcoins as a hodling position. If I had to speculate on some shitcoin, I would just do it to increase my Bitcoin position, and then I would hold all my my hodling positions in Bitcoin and not in shitcoins. So that's my answer, the short answer to you. Let's see if we have any more questions here. Bichimoki is saying that Michael Peterson is doing a great job in El Salvador. Max respect for him. I'm sorry, I don't really know who Michael Peterson is, and I'm sorry for that. Maybe he's a very important guy in this area. Probably the guy that started the Bitcoin beach movement. Not beach, beach. Bitcoin beach movement. But I was reading the site, but I did not really check the names of the people involved or the guys that went there to create the project. I was just reading about the project, and it seems very, very nice. So I believe that he probably is the guy that started this at El Zonte, which is the name of the village where this started in El Salvador. So probably Bitshimoku can confirm that this guy is the head of the project, probably. Yeah, okay, so it's confirmed. So thank you for that. I didn't know his name. I just know that Jack Mallers was there also in that place helping to create the project, probably, and then the president, it caught the attention of the president of El Salvador, and that's how all this started. So Jack Mallers became famous because he was the one announcing that the president was going to make Bitcoin legal tender in El Salvador. So this was bad of me not checking all the names involved in that project, but of course I will research more. And when I go there also to see it with my own eyes, I will of course try to meet everyone involved in the project. So let's, guys, just send some more questions while I will take a look. Let me just take a look. So let's do it AMA session, and also in between some questions, I will, of course, look at the charts. So let me put the price to time model here. I hope everything is okay, by the way, with the sound, and I hope the sound is synchronized with my video. And no problems. If there are any problems, of course, you guys will tell me on the chat, so I will be checking. Just before I go to the price to time model, I want to show you guys that now I also have a slider here because of the sorry for that. Where is that? Okay, here. So if you guys noticed, I have this slider that sometimes shows up. And this is to help you guys to join the Telegram group. So I'm just doing some advertising now. Please, everyone that is in the chat, watching the live stream, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please do it. Subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon and select all to get the notifications when I upload the videos. And, of course, gently touch the like button. Also, we have now a Telegram group where people can be 24 hours, you know, whenever you want. You just ask someone your questions, you interact with each other, and I'm always there, of course, whenever I can to, you know, say something about some news that just came out, or just help someone to understand the charts or whatever. So we have this Telegram group, and now you can, of course, see it on the screen. So if you want to join the Telegram group, just write on your browser t.me/FUmoney, or just search for FUmoney on your Telegram app, and it will be the top result of the search. You guys know already it has 3 icons, 3 emojis just after the FU money name, and that is the right group. There is also another one just below, but this is not the group, and if you see it, it has only 2 subscribers, which is me. So just join the group, and we have almost 100 people. So let's achieve the first milestone, which is 100 people, and I thank you for that. And we can chat also when I'm not streaming. We can use the Telegram group to chat. Okay, so let me just take the slider out for now, and let's see what's happening on the price to time model. Today I'm having a bit of a cough again. As you guys know, I had a cold last week. Or sorry, this week. I had a cold a few days ago, and I had to that was really funny. I had to take some pills to help me control the cold, and those pills were orange. So it was very funny because I was taking, in fact, real orange pills. I also took the Bitshimoku recipe, which was scotch with honey, if I'm not mistaken, and lemon. And that was very good for my throat, but I'm still having a bit of a cough. Okay, so the price to time model, let's go. First analysis of the stream. Let me check what's happening here. So we are still on top, exactly on top of the 2017 cycle. So this week will continue on top of that previous cycle of 2017, which is the yellow candle pattern you guys see here, which I added to the price to time model just to have an idea where the cycle was 4 years ago. And that's funny that we are just on top of that cycle. So we were ahead of time all this period here since the halvening. We have been ahead of time and sometimes even above the threshold, the exponential curve line here, which for me is a threshold for corrections. And now we are coming back down, and we are not ahead of time anymore as comparing to the 2017 cycle. So I would say that we are still on track. So for me to be on track to the price to time model top, which is the probability, gives me the biggest probability of happening during October. So initially it will be on the first 2 weeks of October, but if that doesn't happen, we could be delayed for a few more weeks because of this big correction we had. So, but for me to be on track to get to the top where the price to time model indicates that the biggest probability will occur, which is in the first 2 weeks of October, we have to be in between the yellow candle pattern and the exponential curved line here, my threshold for the price action structure. So for me, the perfect price action would be to just go in between the yellow and the orange lines. But right now, there's a possibility that we could be delayed for some time to achieve the top. If we cross this yellow candle pattern to the right or below, whatever you want to choose, I would say that we could be delayed and not achieve the first 2 weeks of October as the top, as the price to time model says. But I will keep looking closely at the charts and see how this evolves. For now, I believe that we are very close to the bottom for this big correction we had. And I believe that from here, we will be able to continue sustain, in a sustainable way, a price action going up to the next stop, which I believe is not the 64,000. 64,000 will never be the top for this cycle. I don't believe that. So for me, it's still, mid-cycle to the top. We just have to understand if this will occur as exactly as predicted by the price to time model in October or not. If this will be a bit delayed because of this big correction, I don't mind being delayed in a model by 1 or 2 or even 3 months is nothing as compared to the 4 years of the cycle. This is just a small percentage error. So I would say that we were very, very close. But I will say that, for example, the price to time model was completely wrong if we only achieve a top, for example, in the summer of next year, 2022. So in that case, I will have to admit, well, the model was not right and this was a mistake. But so far, if we are delayed just by a few weeks or even a few months, I will say, okay, we had a small error in the prediction, but it was very close. So let's see how the RSI is right now. Sorry, let me just zoom from this part here. So the RSI doesn't look famous again because of this drop we had since yesterday. We are again going sideways as I was expecting to be closer to the orange dashed line already, which represents the level of the RSI post 75% correction mid-cycle 2013. So I was expecting at least the RSI to be closer to the orange dashed line, but we are not, and that's because we have been having a few crashes. Yesterday was another one, and this morning. So the RSI doesn't look famous also. So this is the analysis for the price to time model. Today, I don't have anything else to say about the price to time model unless you guys have anything to any questions for me regarding the price to time model. Umberto is saying that we should all move to El Salvador. Yeah, in fact, it's one of my possibilities. I don't plan to stay in Portugal for much longer. And one of my possibilities, among others, of course, which I will disclose not today, but probably before I move. But El Salvador is one of the possibilities for me to live in a different country. And by the way, that crazy thing about all the gangs and the criminality and all that, guys, just forget about that, because every country has criminality and every country is dangerous in their own way. I used to live in Brazil in 2005 and 6, so I spent close to 1.5 years there, and I can tell you Brazil was also very violent in some areas. You just have to adapt and know how to live in that country. And I never had a problem in 1 year and 6 months I was there, if I'm not mistaken. Close to 1.5 years. I never had one problem. I was never robbed. Nothing happened to me in Brazil. And everyone knows that Brazil is also in some areas, localized areas in different cities. You have a very, the criminality is very high, but if you know how to avoid those problems, you can live perfectly normal, in a normal way in any country. The United States they have a lot of criminality in many big cities. So don't tell me that El Salvador is the only country with gangs and, a high rate of homicides and all that. You used to have that in New York not many years ago, so don't tell me that this is the worst country in the world, because this is just FUD, people creating FUD, because El Salvador took the courage to make Bitcoin legal tender. And a lot of people don't like that, and they create that FUD. So they are researching right now everything bad about El Salvador just to put on Twitter, just to send to everyone and share it all over the social networks, saying that El Salvador is the worst country in the world. And of course, no one remembered to do that before they took this brave move about Bitcoin. So now everyone is trying to research about El Salvador, all the negative sides of the country. So don't bullshit people. Don't bullshit people. So let's see. What else do you guys want me to analyze here? Yeah, Umberto agrees with me. And I guess Umberto is Portuguese and he lives in a different country, if I'm not mistaken. And also I agree with you, Bichimoku. Yeah, Bitcoin will lower the crime rate all over the world. I agree with that because, it's honest money, and it will make people not be so, when people get out of poverty, the crime rate diminishes. So everyone knows that Bitcoin is freedom and peace, and the US dollar is not freedom and war. It's the complete opposite. Bitcoin is proof of stake, US dollar proof of war, as some guy said on Twitter, and I found this phrase very, very funny. And that's the reality. The reality is Bitcoin is proof of stake, proof of work. I'm just crazy today. I was mixing all my words. Bitcoin is proof of work, while the US dollar is proof of war. So that's how the US dollar is backed. It's backed by war and, inflation and all that negative side of the economy. And Bitcoin is proof of work and peace and liberty and honest money. So I don't need to say anything else. Yeah, exactly. Humberto is from Portugal. And that's funny that Humberto is Portuguese, but he lives in Ireland, if I'm not mistaken. And Bichimoko is Irish, and he lives in Portugal. That's funny. That's funny, guys. Okay, so let me just check the charts for the MRI. While you write a few more questions so I can answer them, or if you want my opinion in any topic, just write it. Today it's AMA session. Ask me anything. So just write it on the chat and I will, of course, address it. So let's see the MRI here. So we are now on, I'm just going to delete this arrow. It looks stupid. We are now on a red week again. Red week again, and this is the MRI bottom week. So let me zoom in a bit. So it doesn't look good again for this week. We have the green arrow of the MRI bottom. We are on a green one of 9 count. However, we were going up, and as soon as we touched the top of the triangle, look guys, as soon as we touched, not just for this week, also for the other 2 weeks before, we touched the triangle and we came back down. We touched the triangle, we came back down, and now we touched the triangle, almost getting out of the triangle, and we got back down. So I see Bitcoin having some problems to get out of this bottom area. And I still have the small probability on the table of going lower than the 30K. But as more days are passing by, I see the 50-period SMA going to be a good support if the smaller probability of seeing a new low occurs. It's possible that we could, cross over the 50-period SMA, find support on that moving average, and come right back up. So the probability of going below the 30K is every day gets smaller, in my opinion. And I see that the 50-period SMA is coming up, still coming up, and will be very nice support for the price action. So that's what I see on the weekly chart. The RSI continues to go sideways, completely sideways, not moving. Look at that, guys. Completely sideways, not even showing any signs of going down or up. And the MACD, of course, continues to be bearish, but you guys know already that the gaps are diminishing very, very much. And this bar almost has no gap anymore here. So I see the bearish momentum losing strength. Continue to say the same, but it's still possible that we have a very small probability that we have a final crash to the downside before reactivating the price action to the upside. So never be 100% sure that something is going to happen, because in the markets no one can be 100% sure of anything. No one knows tomorrow, no one knows the future. The only thing you can do is prepare for the different probabilities. And right now, of course, the probability of seeing a new low below the 30K is very small, but it's still there until we have confirmation that the reactivation to the upside is in place. Never forget that. Always have a plan for each probability. So that's the weekly. And any questions about the weekly? If you guys, when I'm analyzing some chart, if you guys have any questions about what I'm saying, you can just write it, and when I finish the things that I'm analyzing at that point, I will check the chat and see if you guys want to ask me something. So let's see. Umberto is asking, what kind of regulations do you think they will at least try to implement for BTC? So who are they and where are you talking about? Which area are you talking about that they could implement? Are you talking about El Salvador? Are you talking about the United States? So fuck the Fed. Bichimoku is angry at the Fed and Jerome Powell, I guess, and Janet Yellen. They could all be put together in a small raft in the middle of the ocean, right? Let me just go to the daily. Please, guys, don't forget to be precise when you send me some questions, because like Umberto just did, I don't know exactly what he refers to. So I can give you a proper answer. So I'll just see the daily chart right now, and then we go back to the chat and the questions. So the daily chart, we continue to be inside the triangle. Those touches you saw in the weekly chart, you guys know already, it was here and here and here. And as soon as we touch the triangle, we are coming back down, which is, of course, a sign that the strength to have a price reactivation is not there yet. But I also see that we didn't touch the triangle more than twice. So we have been trying to go to the upside. And if you guys want to know my honest opinion about this, I think we will continue for some more time accumulating around this area. Of course, we will have to go out of the triangle in some time. I don't know, and no one does, what direction the price action will take, if this is going to be to the downside or to the upside. We can only try to guess, but no one is 100% sure, because that does not exist in the markets. So we will have to wait for the signs of what is going to happen. But I would say that if we are to go to the downside, this will not be much more than we have been already. There's still that small probability, as I discussed before, that we could go a few more $1,000 to the downside, probably, retest the 27 or 28K. But for me, that would be very, very, if we go there, then the probabilities of continuing to the downside will be close to zero. And I will say that it's almost impossible to have, a lower bottom than 26K, 27K. Unless we have to retest the all-time high, and then 20K will be the absolute bottom. But I would say that if that happens, it will be like a flash crash, and this will explode to the upside immediately, because there's a lot of people already waiting in the sidelines for that. So I don't see it happening, at least for a long time. To be on the 20K for a long time, I don't see it happening. I could see a week go there, and then, the candle explode to the upside again. But there's also the bigger probability, which is what, in my opinion, is the biggest probability of happening, is that we come out of this triangle to the upside. Similar to that of what happened in let me just show you guys here on the chart. Something similar to this. It could be something similar to what happened in December. From December, the beginning of December 2018 to the end of March of 2019. We could have something close to what happened here. And look that we were a few months from, so it was December, January, February, and March. So 4 months, approximately 4 months, that we were just going sideways. And every time Bitcoin was trying to go up, it would come down, back down again, and finding support on this trend line. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it better. So this period here, from the bottom of 2018 to here, to the first time that we went up like crazy, this was 4 months. and we were just going sideways for 4 months. And if you guys notice, this is also a bit of a triangle. So if I draw, let me go get my lines here, something like that. So now just look, guys, how this is similar to what we are having right now. Let me do something like this is the correct triangle, and this, let me just put it there on top here. So this is something very, very similar to what we are having right now. We also had this big drop here, the first big drop that took us to around 3K. Then we went back up, and then we slowly started to grind our way down, and then this started to form the triangle, and it passed, like, let me check when was the first breakout of the triangle, was already in February. So 2.5 months we were inside that triangle. Then we had a breakout. The first breakout, it failed. It came back down to retest the top of the triangle, then more accumulation, and suddenly there we go up. I see the situation being very, very similar for this current cycle and the precise moment where we are now. I see it very in a way that could develop in very, very close to what we had from December 2018 to March, to the end of March of 2019. This is my most honest opinion about what could be developing here on this triangle. We could be having exactly the same. So we could be like a few more months just accumulating, and then a big explosion to the upside. You know, maybe during the summer, July, August. It's possible that we can only reactivate really, really strong price action to the upside when we get to August, for example. We could still going sideways until July, all the month of July, and then slowly start to grind up. And then in August, for example, we could have an explosion to the upside and then see new all-time highs. So this is one of the probabilities. I think it's very plausible. And this is what I wanted to show you guys. So let's see if anyone else has any more questions. Next Fed meeting will be the 15th and 16th of June. One to keep an eye on. Yeah, I'm sure I will. I'm sure it will remind everyone in the Telegram group to do that. So let's see how that evolves. So Andre is asking me about the stock to flow model. I believe the stock to flow model is very, very good. I think that Plan B is a very good analyst, and I still think that the stock to flow model is on track. If you guys, I don't have the stock to flow model here to open and show you guys, but if you guys go and check the stock to flow model, the stock to flow X, so the new version of the stock to flow model, if you guys go there and check it, you will see that this correction that we are having right now had exactly a similar correction during the 2017 cycle, and also went a bit down out of those parallel lines that are going up after the halving. And you guys can check that it's exactly the same kind of correction we had in 2017. In fact, you can see that in the price to time model here. Oh, Jesus. Sorry for that. So you guys can check it here on the price to time model. This is what I'm talking about. But in the stock to flow model, you can also see it. So the big correction here of the 2017 cycle happened exactly at the same time and the same period of the cycle now in this current cycle. So that's why we are having this correction, and the candles are exactly matching one another here with the 2017 cycle. And that's really funny because the stock to flow model shows that, and also the price to time model shows that the cycles are exactly matching each other and one on top of the other. So I was talking about the daily chart, and of course I still believe that we could revisit the bottom of the triangle. That's why I had, that's why I was, sorry guys, I have to reactivate my my stream deck, also got crazy. That's why I had that trade yesterday when I sold a big position of Bitcoin here. Well, not so big, 9 Bitcoins approximately. I sold them here during this candle when we were almost touching the triangle. I saw that we were not going to break out of the triangle. I didn't see the strength necessary to break out of this triangle to the upside. So I sold a position around 9 Bitcoins here on the top of this candle, the top of the week. And then I saw this coming. I saw this move coming back to the downside, and probably we are going to retest or to revisit the bottom side of the triangle. And I expect to be able to get back into the market with that position I had of 9 Bitcoins here, and increase, of course, the value of that position. So let's see how that goes. But I am expecting a continued move to the downside until we go at least to, let me check, around 33K. If not 33, probably 34. So something in that area I'm expecting to revisit, and then probably going back up to the upside of the upside, and just see if we can finally break out of the triangle or not. But I see a bit more consolidation here, so that's why I decided to sell that position and try to get back in at lower prices and make some profit there. So that's the daily, and let me just see the hourly. So the hourly, we are just going sideways right now, just accumulating, no big deal here, no signs that we can go down or up, just exactly at the middle of the triangle, Okay guys, let me see here how we are on time. Wow, exactly as predicted, we are on 1 hour, exactly 1 hour of stream. So I will not be able to stay much longer. I really appreciate you guys, and you guys know I love to stream live and have the interaction with everyone. But I will not be able to stay much longer. You guys know I have to cook dinner. I love to cook. That's the way I release my stress. So it's getting a bit late. So let's try to wrap it up. Let's see if anyone else has any more questions. Bichimoku is asking about China shooting themselves in the foot because of shutting down the mining operations. I don't see that as China, shooting themselves in the foot. I see that as preparation for the digital yuan. So as you guys know, they have already implemented a digital currency to replace the paper currency. So it's the same currency, but now it's like a crypto, not being a crypto because it's a central bank coin. So it's a CBDC. It's a central bank digital currency. And probably I imagine that they want to create some waves and have the CBDC, the Chinese CBDC, to propagate faster, and probably they are just messing with the Bitcoin miners also. I don't see that China doesn't take so much advantage of having the miners there anyway. They are not getting richer. The country itself is not getting richer because the miners are there. They are just using cheap energy, because in China energy is very cheap. And they are, of course, using resources, Chinese resources of the country. I see that probably it's like they don't like it very much, but they also want to propagate the CBDC, and so they are trying to mess with the miners and trying to destabilize, the Bitcoin movement a bit. So that probably on the eyes of the people living there, they see the digital yuan as a better choice. But anything more than that, I would not be able to explain their reasons. Plan B is a very, very smart guy. I agree with Bichimoku. Yeah, I also watched that podcast where he was being interviewed with Willy Woo. That was an amazing podcast, by the way. I would love to have. I would love to start interviewing people also and having those guys on my stream. That would be amazing. He's a very, very intelligent guy, by the way. I agree with you. Plan B has been working on that stock-to-flow model for 2 years now. Yeah, the first version was 2019, and I believe that he was very, very smart in doing that plan, that model, the stock-to-flow X, especially the latest version that also includes the data for gold and other assets and real estate, if I'm not mistaken. So he was very, very smart doing that, and I believe in his model. By the way, I still believe that this is not the top and we are going higher, but probably we just have to accumulate, as I explained, in comparison to 2018 and 19, those 4 months. I still believe that this is what we are going to see. Probably not 4 months, or either way, or less or more, but it will not be exactly 4 months, I guess. But we will have some kind of consolidation like we did at that bottom in 2018. And the stock to flow model is not so the divergence from the price is not so big as one might expect when we have a 55% correction. But still, it's not so, the deviation from the mean line of the stock to flow model is not so big as some people might think. So guys, are you tired already? This has been going for an hour, so of course the first few minutes were just me preparing and the music, as you guys know, but we are really close. Do you guys have any more questions that you guys would like me to answer? By the way, today was a very, very let me see if this is on. This drop today inspired me to listen again one of my sound bites, really funny.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
I also love the smell of napalm, the smell of napalm in the morning, especially when I sold a big position and then immediately after that I see the candle just going down. That's a good feeling. That's a feeling that I was expecting that to happen, and it did exactly the next candle. So yeah, I also would do that. I also think that it would be very nice. Probably we could start with people that are not so known in the space, because I don't want to fuck up the first interview with someone really important. I would try to do some interviews first, a few interviews with not important, I would say, known in the social networks and in the space, the crypto space, and then maybe move on to some other really known people of the area, of this industry. So let's see how that goes. I'm already preparing, by the way, Bichimoku. I'm already preparing my stuff here, and the computer being configured to have the Skype being included into the stream, and also Zoom meetings, so we can have more than one person discussing. So I'm already trying to configure everything and all the audio routing and all that stuff. I've been doing some tests with fake accounts on Skype and Zoom just to see how this works. And I plan to have them in the future, but let's see how long this will take just to have everything ready and perfect. I don't want to mess up with the interview, of course, so that would be crazy. But let's see. Guys, any more questions? I love to be here with you guys streaming live, but I guess I answered everyone already. There's no more questions here in the chat. Just don't forget to gently touch the like button, guys. Just gently touch it, because it's very important for the channel and for the algorithm to share my video with other people. Yep, I'm also looking forward. And I still have to choose who would be the first victim of the interviews. So that could be an idea. You guys could discuss on the Telegram group which person should be the first victim of my interview. And by the way, I would also like people to give me their questions that you guys would like to be asked to that specific victim. So if you guys want to discuss that on the Telegram group, please go ahead, and I will join you guys later to see what ideas you have for the first victim of my interviews. That would be very nice to see. Who would you like to be to see here at the FU Money being interviewed by me, by the person that has never interviewed anyone in his life? That's me. So I would like you guys to discuss it on the Telegram group and just come up with some ideas, some nice ideas about some people that could be interviewed. And then we have to get them here, because, it's not easy to convince people to get online with me and being interviewed. Probably I could do it offline and then just edit the video to make no mistakes and stuff like that, and then upload it to YouTube instead of having a live stream. Let's see. I thought about that, man. I thought about inviting Benjamin Cohen to come here on the channel and being interviewed by me. But I guess he will not give a shit about me anymore. After that discussion we had, not a big discussion, this was just, a small argument about semantics, about if this is a bear market or not, or a short-term bear market. I guess he will not answer me if I invite him to come over and being interviewed. So let's see how that goes. But that's an idea. Maybe I can get the guy here and then just, we could discuss it live. His ideas about the diminishing returns and lengthening cycles and stuff like that. I believe that, in my opinion, he will not accept the invitation. But it's an idea. So let's see if that is possible or not. Okay, guys, I really enjoy being here. We don't have so many people today. It's already past the hour. I have to wrap it up and just prepare to go to the kitchen. So, of course, tomorrow is Sunday. So let me just stop screen share. So you guys know that tomorrow is Sunday. We had the live stream today. Usually on Saturdays we have the live stream, 1 hour, about 1 hour, sometimes 1 hour and a half, when people really Don't stop asking me stuff. I usually cannot stop the stream after the hour, so I have to extend it a bit. On Sundays, I usually don't upload any videos or do any streams. You guys know that already. I usually have a bit of a rest on Sundays. And then from Monday to Friday, you always have like a short update of the markets with a 15 to 20 minute video, which I record and then upload to YouTube. And usually it's available on YouTube around 5 or 6 p.m. Portuguese time. So you guys know that you can count on those videos every day from Monday to Friday, and then the live stream on Saturdays. And also you can join. Please go to the Telegram group and join it. I will let me just come here and put it again on the screen. So where is this? Here. So here it is. Join the Telegram group. You go open your browser or a tab and then write t.me/fumoney, and you will get invited to the group immediately by Telegram. Or you can just go to your Telegram app and search for FU Money with no spaces in between, just one word, FU Money. Search it on your Telegram app and it will be the first result you have. And you will see it's about 100 people subscribe to the group. So just for you to confirm that's the right group, right now it's about 100 people already there, so you can just click and join. And I hope the bot doesn't kick you because you don't press the button saying I'm a person. So don't forget. So here's the address if you want to use the browser. Here's the address, t.me/fumoney. Join us on Telegram. Let's make a big group and discuss ideas. And I'm waiting for you guys there. Okay, let me just remove it for now. And I will say goodbye. And I really enjoyed today. I was missing the live stream already because the past Saturday we didn't have the live stream. And I returned to the live streams today, and the next one will be next Saturday. But I really enjoyed being with you guys. Please gently touch the like button. Don't leave the channel or the stream without touching the like button. And when you subscribe, then this is very important too, because I believe many people subscribe to the channel, but they didn't press the bell icon. And they don't get the updates when I upload a video or when I start a live stream. So please just on the right side of the subscribe button, you have the bell icon. Click there, select all for the notifications to warn you every time I get a video uploaded or the live stream going. So that's it for today. Guys, I really enjoyed your presence here. So I hope to see you guys on the next stream. And don't forget, Monday you will get a new update on the markets. And I will keep you posted. Of course, if you join the Telegram group, I will keep you posted on my moves and my trades, as I've been doing for the last week, which is the exact lifetime of the Telegram group so far. 1 week, and we have already 100 people, I guess. Around 100 people, so let's grow that too. Guys, I really enjoyed being here, so it's time to go, and I hope you have a very nice weekend with your families, your friends, or even if you are alone, you will talk to us on the Telegram group, and I will see you on the next one. So bye bye.